Imagine a young woman sitting at a bar in a Las Vegas casino with the sounds of the slot machines and people talking and music swirling around her. She's lost in thought. As she slowly stirs her drink, she thinks, "How did I get here?" Soon a man comes and sits down next to her, smelling of booze and cigarettes, and he leans over and he says, "Hey, beautiful, are you working?" As her stomach turns at the thought, she wonders, how did I get here? I came from a good home, a good family, good parents. How did my life end up here? This young woman is being trafficked by her boyfriend, but she doesn't know that. She thinks she's in a relationship, and she wonders, what is wrong with me that I let my life get here? He knows what he's doing. He has planned every step of the way. According to the Polaris Project, 39% of trafficking victims are lured into it through an intimate relationship. And before they know it, they are stuck in a life they never wanted. So why doesn't she just leave? He's not holding a gun to her head. And the reality is she could leave, but she doesn't believe she can. And so she doesn't even try. How did she get here? 4 years earlier, this same young woman woke up in the middle of the night in her college apartment to find a man on top of her. She's confused. Her mind is fuzzy. She can't move. She blacks out. In the morning, she sees blood on the sheets. And she vaguely remembers meeting some guy the night before, but everything after that is a complete blank. She has been drugged and raped. But her thought is, this is my fault. There must be something terribly wrong with me that I have allowed this to happen. You know, what you believe becomes your truth. And when a woman believes that she is nothing, that she has no choice, and she has no power, then she will create the life that lines up with that thought. More than half of all the women in the United States have experienced some sort of sexual violence in their lifetime. And 1 out of every 6 women have been raped. Think about that. Is it any wonder why women aren't confident? In fact, 4 out of every 5 women say they're not confident. Now, sexual abuse and trauma is a huge reason for that, but it's not the only reason. Imagine a woman who her entire life has been told, "You're just a girl. Don't dream too high, don't dream too big, don't speak up. You're just a girl." And so she's believed her whole life that she doesn't have what it takes to do what she really wants to do. So she doesn't even try. Imagine a woman who is sitting in a meeting at work and she has a great idea to share, but she stays quiet. She's been told by her boss, "Don't speak up." So she believes that she doesn't have that opportunity. And so she doesn't even try. Imagine a woman who has just received a leadership position in her company, but she's being offered a salary that's half that of her male counterparts. And she believes that if she were to speak up and ask for a higher salary, she could risk losing this opportunity. So she doesn't even try. Why does this matter? Well, it matters because when you're confident, you do things. You speak up in the meeting, you ask for a higher salary, you go for your dreams, and you make an impact in the world. And when you're not confident, you don't. According to Katty Kay and Claire Shipman, co-authors of the Confidence Code, based on extensive research about women and confidence, it's not that a woman can't, it's not that women are unable to be successful. We're smart, we're talented, we're gifted. And we all know that there are women all throughout history who have achieved great things. So it's not that we can't, it's that we don't believe we can. And so we don't even try. So I ask you, what are the things in your life that you really want to do, but you don't believe you can, and so you don't even try? But the truth is, you're the only one that gets to decide what's true about you and who you are and what you can achieve. No matter what you've done or what's been done to you, said to you, or about you, you're the only one that gets to choose what is true about you. And when you choose to believe in you, you can change your life. How do I know? Because I was the woman at the bar. That's my story. And so I know what it's like to not feel confident and to feel like you're nothing and that you have no choice and you have no power. 30 years. I played small for 30 years. I didn't think I could achieve the things I really wanted to do, and I wanted to do a lot. I wanted to earn a master's degree and write children's books and teach at college level, but I never even tried because I wasn't confident in myself. So I played small. One morning, I'm sitting at a women's retreat at my church. It's nice and quiet and peaceful. Music is playing, women are meditating, praying, but inside my heart, there's a battle going on. Have you ever argued with yourself in your mind about something and one side of you is like, I can do it, go for it, you can do it. And the other side's like, what, are you crazy? You can't do that. Well, that's what was going on. And I was thinking, I'm 54 years old. My life is passing me by. There must be more for me. And I feel like I should be speaking or leading and in front of the room and making a difference in people's lives. But then the other side of me said, are you crazy? You can't do that. What will people think of you? While this struggle was going on, I just happened to glance down at the Bible open in my lap. And one verse popped out at me, and it said, God has not given you a spirit of fear. He has given you love, power, and a sound mind. And in that moment, it was like a shout went off in my spirit that said, stop shrinking back in fear. And I realized I'm choosing to live in fear. Nobody is making me. I'm doing this to myself. According to neuroscientist Dr. Caroline Leaf, we are wired for love. And fear is something we learn, but we can unlearn it. As she says, our thoughts have substance to them. They're made of proteins, and they take up mental real estate. What you focus on will grow and become stronger. So when you focus on those thoughts of, I can't, that's what grows, and it becomes your truth. But the good news is you can reconstruct those thoughts from fear-based to love-based. And when you're in those moments of struggle and battle, and those thoughts are calling you to do something higher, that's your purpose calling you. And when you hear those thoughts of, I can't, that's fear-based thoughts, and they are not true. So in that moment, you can always choose. That morning was my moment to choose, and I chose to step out of fear and into love. And I started that reconstructive process in my mind, and before long I was speaking up. I was going after my dreams. I was trying new things, and I felt like I had stepped into the center of my own life for the first time ever. Unashamed, unapologetic, unafraid. And I want to share with you how I did that. Think of the word star, because stars shine their own light. And so the S means to stir up your soul. We often go through life just on autopilot, kind of like we're sleepwalking. So when you stir up your soul, you're waking yourself up like I did that morning. And you can ask yourself these 5 questions. What am I doing in my life? Where am I going? Am I fulfilling my potential? Am I pursuing my dreams? Or am I living a life that's less than what I'm able to achieve? Nelson Mandela said, "There is no passion to be found in playing small, in settling for a life that's less than what you're capable of living." So when you wake yourself up and you stir your soul, you will find that you have a choice. And when you choose to say yes to you, that leads you into the T, which is tell yourself the truth. This is the place where you do that reconstruction in your mind and tear out all those old ways of seeing yourself that are causing you to play small. When I did that, I got real with myself and I faced my past instead of hiding from it. I looked at it, I processed through it, and then I forgave. I forgave the men who abused me, and I forgave, most of all, myself. And when I did that, I was able to embrace my younger self for the first time ever with love and kindness, and it opened my heart to see the real me for the first time, and I loved what I saw. And so when you get rid of those old ways of seeing yourself, and you open yourself up to see the real you, it's easy then to move into the A, and that is accept and activate. You accept yourself, you love yourself. And then what happens? Confidence shows up. And when you're confident, you do things. You take action, you speak up, you ask for what you want, and you make an impact in the world. And you create momentum in your life, which then moves us into the R, which I call release the river. When you are releasing the fullness of who you are out into the world, you're like a river. Rivers carve out their path, they make an impact, they move things around. And so when you are releasing all that you are, you're making an impact. You're carving out your path. You're making a difference. It's really up to you. So stir up your soul, tell yourself the truth, accept yourself, and move into action and release the river. It took me 30 years to believe in myself. Don't wait 30 years. Don't wait 5 years. Don't wait another minute. I was the woman sitting at the bar all those years ago, feeling ashamed, unworthy, afraid. But today, I'm the woman standing on this stage, sharing my story, making my impact in the world. If I can do it, you can do it too. So this is your moment to rise up and take center stage of your own life and make your impact in the world. It's all up to you. It's your choice. Choose you.